comes the wind. Ocean. Here comes the wind.
Well. The Mavs take a loss in Game 4. Opportunity to make incredible history on your own home court, and quite simply do not have your superstars show up. Karl Anthony Towns shows up finally. But Luka and Kyrie seem to do that thing that they can occasionally do where it's like, hey, we got time. Let's let others create. Let's let our support players brick shots. Let's let them do that over again. Let's let Luka best his man down into the paint. I want to say 5 to 7 times. And instead of going for the floater, instead of being willing to challenge Gobert, he kicks it out again and again and again and again and again and again. Now, often that's a great play, right? Often that's a great play. But when you need to get yourself going, you've got to take the floater. You've got to take the floater. You cannot keep settling for asking your support players to bail you out. The final score tonight is 105-100. The Mavs tried to gut it out, and just quite honestly, the Timberwolves are not a very good offensive team. Because this defensive effort by the Mavericks tonight was not good. This was not a good Mavs defensive effort. It kind of got me wringing my hands at the idea of, is this how important Dereck Lively II is to us? Is he just that essential to us? That without him on the floor, our defense is going to give up wide open look after wide open look after wide open look after wide open look. You know, Gafford does Gafford things, right? He does. But I wrote a note early in the game when it kind of, this is in the first half, I wrote a note that says, Apex Predators, where are they? Where are the Mavs' best players? Why aren't they putting their throat on the Timberwolves? Now, I know the Wolves were making it hard to score tonight. They're a good defensive team. I think the greatness of their defense is somewhat overrated. But they are scrappy, they are long, they're athletic, and quite simply, Luka and Kyrie. There's going to be a whole lot of side eyes going Kyrie's way tonight because he was really poor from the field. But I want to just say, hey, listen, Luka gets the credit when we win, and we need to start with him when we lose. Just kind of going over some of the larger game stats in this 5-point game, this game that should have been a sweep, should have been the chance for the players to lock it all down, and instead they fell short. So the Timberwolves shoot 53% from the field to the Mavs 42% from the field. Not 42% from three, 42% from the field. And the Timberwolves shot 46% from three, and the Mavs shot 35% from three. Turnovers was a push, basically 14-13. Rebounds, push, 40-38. Assists, exactly a push, 23 apiece. Blocks, exactly a push, 4 blocks each. The Mavs out offensive rebounded because that's our scrappy nature. The Wolves out defensive rebounded us. Points off of turnovers was a huge win for the Mavs. You would think if you see a number like this, you win the game. Points off of turnovers, 15 for the Wolves, 30 for the Mavs. Points in the paint, ever since D-Live is gone, they have started dominating that. It's just undeniable, guys. The impact that young dude makes on our defense. Points in the paint, 46-36 advantage Wolves. Fast break points, Mavs beat them by a point, 14-13. Second chance points, Mavs win 11-7. Steals, Wolves crush us 9-6. Personal fouls, basically a push, 23 for the Wolves, 22 for the Mavs. All right, so Luka played his 40 minutes. The numbers look awesome. 28 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. But he was 7 for 21 from the field. Shot well from 3. Shot really nice from 3, 4 for 11. Tried to pull it out for us with a potential 4-point play there at the end. Hit his free throws, 12 for 10 tonight. 10 assists to 3 turnovers, you'll take that every night. But that 4 for 21. And that 21, I think, is my real issue. Because Luka should have shot 8 more times tonight. There was so many times where it looked like, at least to this novice's perspective from watching on the screen, where it looked like he could have put up a floater, where it looked like he could have put up a shot, and instead he just kicks it out to one of his support players like D Jones or PJ. PJ, by the way, was horrendous in the first half. What's up, D Star? We're good, TMP. We still almost won. I'm assuming you said without Lively. We'll make adjustments and take game 5. Yeah, I think the adjustment we're going to make is Derek Lively II, and then hopefully a non-zombified Kyrie Irving. So Luka just put up gaudy numbers like he always does, but just not enough from him. Needed more attempts, needed more takes from him tonight. Gafford tonight, the numbers don't tell the full story because it's 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, an assist, and a steal. Only a -1 on the night. But, man, his defense he's a good shot blocker, maybe even a great rim protector, but he cannot hold the back line of the defense down even remotely as effectively as Derek Lively can. Where's Kyrie? Kyrie is going to get the lion's share of the blame if it's being doled out tonight, if it's being assigned tonight, because 41 minutes, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 6, here's the killer, 6 of 18 from the field. 6 of 18 from the field. He just quite simply could not turn it on tonight. Jaden Hardy, man, really nice game from the kid. 12 minutes, 13 points in 12 minutes. The kid ain't scared. You got to like that about him. He ain't scared. I'm not a big Hardy guy, but he's not scared, and you need guys that aren't scared. 5 for 8 from the field tonight. Really, really nice. 3 for 4 from 3. But this game really comes down to our superstars not doing what we need them to do. PJ Washington, 3 for 13 from the field tonight, a -13. Just like Luka, -13. So just not good tonight. Let's look at what the Wolves did. Anthony Edwards in 40 minutes. Listen to this. Almost got himself a trip dub in the playoffs. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He's always going to be a high turnover guy. 6 turnovers. Not great from the free throw tonight. 5 for 8. 2 for 5 from 3, so that's 40%. 11 of 25 from the field, so not some like awesome shooting night from Ant, but he got his compadre to show up tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, who was under foul difficulties basically the whole game, played 29 points, went 9 for 13 from the field, and 4 for 5 from 3. Now, Karl is a great shooter. He's been in a horrible stretch, right, where he couldn't hit anything. But this is peak Towns tonight. This is peak Cat tonight. He's not going to do this most nights. He's not going to go 4 for 5 from 3. And several of those threes were well contested threes, and he just had the hot hand tonight. But Gobert, 13 points, 10 rebounds, only 1 block. Yeah, that's kind of the story for tonight. That's kind of the story. Kyrie and Luka didn't show up, not even close to where we need them to be. And Karl Anthony Towns did show up, as well as Ant showed up, put up some really nice numbers, shot pretty poorly from the field, but was really looking clutch tonight and was very much the center of the Wolves' offensive strategy with Cat kind of being unable to miss. All right, so I asked some of y'all, what are you feeling tonight? Oh, let's see if anyone responds. Normally on losses, people aren't as excited to talk unless they are the trollish kind. Let's see. What are you thinking about tonight? Make shots at a decent clip and we win going away. Yep, KG is exactly right. If you shoot even decently, if Kyrie's even half awake, if Luka can just take a few more shots and be I know you don't want him to be, but just be a little more selfish, Luka. Just be a little more selfish. Then I think the Mavs win. We cannot rely on D. Jones and PJ and Josh Green and even Hardy. We can't rely on these guys to get these points. We need our two superstars to be getting up looks and connecting at the rate that we need them, at the rate that they just normally do. Just shoot their averages, and we win this game. Man, this Wolves team, I know they bewildered the Nuggets and bullied the Nuggets. And, Jamal Murray was hurt. But the Mavs should have won tonight, guys. And so that's the silver lining. The Mavs should have won. It took a heroic, insane, hot shooting night from Cat just to win by 5. Francisco says, bad. I don't like going forward feeling like this now, feeling like it's far from over. That's because it is far from over. Because if we don't get Derek Lively looking like Derek Lively in Game 5, what's the difference? Is it just Kyrie will show up? Okay. I believe in Kyrie, and I certainly believe in Luka. And so if you tell me, hey, TMP, just settle down. Just settle down, man. We're not going to shoot this poorly 2 games in a row. Then you know what? I believe you. That's my silver lining for everyone tonight. Jorge says Kyrie was pedestrian today. No, Kyrie was bad. What was he, 6 for 18? I think that's the number. Yeah, 6 for 18, 1 of 6 from 3. That's bad. Not pedestrian. That's bad. And he doesn't deliver a lot of assists or a lot of anything else. We need the guy shooting like he does and like he has been. So here let me just decompress for a second. Maybe we were due a crappy performance. Man, we have been so hot. This team has been playing so well, and it's probably a lot to ask to lose our best defensive player, our most important defensive player, either he or D. Jones, but most important is certainly Derek Lively, the second. And it's probably a lot to ask to say, hey, we're going to win the game without our most important defensive player. I think that's probably a little decompress, think honestly. He's going to be back for Game 5 from everything we know. The JRs, we took the whole team shooting 30% for us to lose. We win Game 5. I love that perspective, JR. I love that. Christian says, fluke game by Cat. Yeah, no, Cat's a great shooter, but he's not this, right? He's not prime Ray Allen on a hot night, Fluke game by Cat. Bad fluke game by Kyrie. Yeah, bad timing. Bad timing for Kyrie to forget how to make a bucket. They'll end it in Minnesota. Just unfortunate to miss the extra days of rest. Yeah, that's a great point. I hadn't thought about that. The extra days rest for Luka's knee and for D Live's neck. Absolutely. Good point. Chase says, Cat went bananas. Kyrie didn't show. Those two things won't happen again. Absolutely. Hey, you guys are cheering me up. Thank you for this. Thank you for this tonight, guys. Bar Bender says, what's Tanya Harding's ex-boyfriend up to these days? Are we planning a hit? Nathan says, this is on Luka and Kai. The fourth quarter is their time. Shoot the ball. Yeah, 100% agree. That's what I just said. We need our superstars to step up like they have all playoffs, right? Like they have been stepping up night after night after night. Maybe we need to go, all right, guys, that was your one bad night. We give you that one. Especially Kyrie, we give you that one. You forgot how to shoot for a night. And McDaniels seemed to bother Kyrie, right? He's certainly going to bother him a whole lot more than Conley or even Ant will. David says, Kyrie was a total no-show. Can't win with only Luka playing well. And Luka didn't play that well. He put up his Luka numbers, right? But he didn't shoot well. What was Luka tonight from the field? Yeah, 7 of 21. That's 33% from the field. Shot well from 3, but 7 of 21 from the field, that's not good. So it wasn't like Kyrie didn't show and Luka did. Like, Luka is just who he is, being one of the greatest players of all time. He's always going to put up those numbers, but he shot very poorly tonight. The weather is fine up here. It stinks or sucks, but it is what it is. Playing a good team in the conference finals, it's hard to expect a sweep. But dang, I would have loved to see Kyrie show up some more. I trust he will to close out the series. Heck yeah, absolutely. Tensai Cassio? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Tensai Cassio. Kyrie didn't appear today. It's difficult to win if he's a no-show. Yep. I would say it's very hard to win, yeah. Can't win if our stars are no-shows. Mavs in 5. I like that. There we go. Dwight says, it's all good. It's all good. Give us the shrug. Just give him the shrug. I mean, it's all good. It's okay. Mavs in 5. PJ can't go back to this 3 for 12 stuff. No. Yeah, PJ was bad. Ace Zone says we need Lively so bad. Yeah. Hope Luka and Kai wakes up in Game 5. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. DK, hilarious that Cat fouled out and not Gobert. Yeah, Gobert has been, I mean, they got plenty of foul calls on him tonight. What was it, 5? Five fouls for Rudy tonight? Sorry, I got the box over here. I normally have it up on the screen, but I'm too discouraged. Yeah, Cat with 5 fouls tonight. But he gets away with so much crap, doesn't he, DK? Yeah, pretty clear how Lively... middle linebacker. Okay, there we go. How pretty clear that Lively's the middle linebacker of the defense after that. Yeah, the defense was often a rotation late. The defense was often a couple steps behind. And I think a whole lot of that is just healthy Derek Lively doing what he does. He compensates for our mistakes. He compensates for Luka's mistakes. He compensates for Kyrie's mistakes. He compensates for PJ's mistakes. I didn't think PJ was very good tonight either. Yeah, and Gafford just isn't that guy. Gafford played a solid game tonight. You're not going to hear me criticize Daniel Gafford for this game tonight. I think he just is what he is. And we desperately need what D-Live is. Refs were 5 for 48 on Gobert. Yeah, he fouls a lot. He gets a lot of those illegal screens go uncalled on when Mr. Rudy Gobert. I guess that's the benefit of being the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Well, guys, I'm not happy. Not happy. It would have been incredibly cool to see the Mavs get the Western Conference Finals trophy. Isn't it is it the Magic Johnson trophy? I think it is, for the Western Conference Finals winner. It'd have been really cool to see Luka get that Western Conference Finals MVP on the home court in a sweep of the team that everyone thought was coming into the series was unbeatable. But I actually don't want it now to happen on the AAC floor. I want it to happen in Mini in Game 5. Close this thing out. Get the extra rest. Get all the rest you can. Get D-Live healthy. Maxey looked okay tonight, but looked like he did not want to shoot the ball. Get all the rest we can. Take Game 5, Mavs. I think a stinker was kind of eventually a reasonable thing to expect, right? A night where Kyrie shoots terribly and Luka shoots terribly. It's just, you just kind of want to go, okay, guys, that's it though. That's your one. Now, pull up your big boy pants, walk into Game 5, and put your boot on their throats. And Luka, go snatch their souls on their own home court. Mavs in 5. Go Mavs.